But let's start with some endless Ruben Amorim speculation, because there's a lot of United fans out there who want to know what he's going to be doing.
Yeah.
He came in on Monday.
It's finally there, yeah.
He's finally there. There's a question mark about his staff. They all joined. They're still, I think, the work permit, because they haven't said his work permit has gone through. Anyway, we know it's going to go through. Maybe by the time you listen to this, it will go through. So let's talk about what a lot of people are trying to figure out, because the way he's been figured out, let's face it, most people, unless they're in Portugal, are not hardcore sporting tactical nerds.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh, he plays 3-4-2-1, where the two are two number 10s. We saw them do this on television. How is the Manchester United lineup and the personnel they have, how is that going to work?
It's a good question, Gab. It was good to see him in Manchester, saying hello to everyone, massive smile on his face, shaking hands with every people that he came across with, which I guess...
And he spent a good amount of time with Ruud van Nistelrooy as well, which I think is also...
sacking him, you mean?
Well, he didn't sack him. No, but what I'm saying is, there was some speculation would Van Nistelrooy stay, but I'm saying is, like, they sat down, they chatted.
Yeah.
They're clearly leaving on good terms.
Yeah.
Which I think is a real positive for both. And it's real positive about the vibe at United. Can we say something nice about United? Yeah, that's, hasn't always worked out that way.
No, but it's super positive to have him finally in the building, and I think that you can already see the charisma, and that he will hit the ground running straight away, start working now. And the question, I guess you're right, will he keep the same formation as he did in Sporting? He's already said himself that he won't be able to do at United what he was doing at Sporting, because it's just a different context, different squad, different league, different everything, so that he will have to adapt. Does that mean, for example, going from a back three to a back four? Does that mean, playing slightly more cautiously maybe than what we saw at Sporting, where they committed a lot of players forward, and it didn't matter so much if they were a bit exposed defensively, because they were still so good than the opposition that it would not be too risky, but that could be more risky in England. So there's a lot of question mark. Personally, I think he will keep the back three. He will keep that 3-4-2-1 formation. And I think there's a lot of players currently in the Manchester United squad that fit that formation really, really nicely.
You think? Oh, that's interesting, because my impression is that actually there aren't that many people who necessarily fit the squad. I mean, if we assume it's going to be sort of a replica, certainly at the back, if you go back three, if you assume Lisandro Martinez left side, De Ligt, do you play him on the right of the three, or do you play him in the middle of the three?
I play him on the right, and I play Euro in the middle.
Okay, here's the Euro thing. The guy hasn't kicked the ball yet. He's 19 years old. He's just coming back.
Yeah.
I think longer term, next season, I would expect Euro to be there stably. He's in training. He's back in training, I think, reportedly. But this idea that, it's first game, I think you need to ease into it, because you don't... Lindelof, shorter term?
Johnny Evans, that's perfect for Johnny Evans at his age. We saw against Aston Villa when they got that 0-0 draw, when Ten Hag was massively under pressure, that playing a bit deeper for him was not a problem at all.
So one of the things about Sporting is the two center backs on the side are actually the ball-playing center backs, right? They step into midfield and stuff, and they do a lot of passing. If it's Evans and Lisandro Martinez, I mean, I don't know how you feel about the defenders. I think
Evans as the deeper of the three, so central.
So you would have De Ligt on the right.
Yeah.
So that also means then De Ligt having to come out into the wing area to go and chase down little nippy wingers. I guess
you will have a wing back as well there, plus your defensive midfielder on our right hand side. So I don't think De Ligt on the right of the back three is a problem at all.
The other big talking point is the two number 10s. We don't have a ton of time in our first segment, but if you had to guess.
Well, one is Bruno, obviously, that's perfect for him. The other one, I don't think there's a place there for Garnacho or Rashford, but maybe for Ahmad, maybe for even a Mason Mount if he ever plays football again.
How about that? He's ready. He's on his way back, man.
So Zirkzee, I would like to see Zirkzee in that position.
Oh, Mark Ogden wouldn't.